In 1997, Nintendo released this, the Game & Watch Gallery. It's a compilation of some of Nintendo's most popular Game & Watch games. Today, that's what we're talking about. This is Game & Watch Gallery. And what a way to start the game, just listen to that music. Now, even though the music's pretty good, another reason why this is so awesome is that Mario right there just pulled out a Game Boy and started playing on it. Now that's pretty cool. Another thing is, using the Super Game Boy, you can add color to the game. It even says it on the cartridge. Now, we're gonna play some Manhole. Well, pre-recorded me is anyways. First, we might as well go through the menu and see all the different little animations that Nintendo added to make it extra cool. Look at that little Bowser head chomping away. Look out, Mario, he's gonna get you. And now Yoshi's trying to eat the letter E. That silly goof. There are two modes, modern and classic, and two difficulty options, easy and hard. Let's start with hard classic Manhole. In Manhole, what you gotta do is get those little guys across to the other side. Now, you might think it's pretty simple. And it is, but that's the fun of it. It's a simple concept that gradually gets harder and harder. As you can see here, look at all those little guys. Now, we're on to fire. In this game, you have to bounce people who are falling out of a burning building into an ambulance. A simple and fun concept for a simple and fun game. Now, we're on to Octopus. In this game, you have to steal treasure from an octopus's treasure chest. But make sure he doesn't grab you. What I really like is how the fishermen or explorers in the boat represent how many lives you have left. It's really fun, but when I was using my Game Boy Advance SP, the controls were a little bit clunky. And the challenge doesn't really get any harder as the game progresses. Now, we're going to play some Oil Panic. Another really cool feature about playing on the Super Game Boy is it shows you the controls for your Super Nintendo controller. Too bad couldn't use all 4 buttons though. Anyways, in Oil Panic, you're a guy with a bucket who has to catch oil falling out of a pipe. And you have to dump it out of your window. But wait, you can't just dump it onto the people below. There's a second person who moves back and forth along the second screen who you need to toss that oil to. The game does get progressively harder. Now, we're going to play the modern version of Manhole. Even though I'm pretty sure Yoshi's tongue isn't normally that long, this game puts a fresh, fun new twist on the classic Manhole by having it. Once the platforms are raised, they stay up until something walks across it. Now that sure is a way to add a new flair to a very simple game. And the animations are much smoother. But that's just because the classic versions wanted to be accurate to the original style of the game, which was made by putting sprites on a screen that would get illuminated at different times, similar to a calculator. As you can see here, the farther you get, the more it speeds up and the more different characters hop on. For example, there was DK Jr. Now, we're gonna play the modern version of Fire. Now in this modern remake, you're saving people hopping out of Princess Peach's castle, getting tossed them in to a mushroom wagon. Now my real question is there a story behind the castle being on fire? Was it that dastardly King Koopa trying to invade? If it is, I sure hope Mario solves that problem. In this, the animations are much smoother, and there's a plethora of different things to carry, such as an egg. And when that egg cracks, a power star pops out. And Yoshi can also come out of the tower, even though I'm pretty sure he could just flutter jump into the cart by himself. Talk about being lazy, Yoshi. And even bombs pop out too. And Donkey Kong Jr. again. Now we're gonna play the modern version of Octopus. In this more modernized version, it has Mario going down to steal treasure from just a generic octopus. And when he goes back up, he gets to split the treasure with Princess Peach. I wonder if Princess Peach has her own cruise ship, or that's just a small fishing boat. I guess we'll never know. But compared to the original version, I found while playing on my Game Boy Advance SP, this one controls a lot smoother and a lot more fluidly. And with the bonus addition of color. And who doesn't like a little bit of color? Now we're gonna play some modern oil. In this one, you get 2 buckets instead of just one, and you can spin them around to collect even more oil. My only question is, what happens when all of your buckets fill up and there's no room for the oil? Well, the answer is, you feed it to Yoshi. Now, even though Yoshi's a dinosaur, I don't think he should be drinking oil. That could cause some serious health problems, and we don't want that for our favorite green dinosaur. Now do. As the game goes on, it kinda gets progressively harder. The oil drops in 2 places instead of 1, but it's still pretty easy to manage. Also, Bowser's the one making the oil drip. That jerk. At the end of some games, if you get a very high score, you can see the credits, full of the staff, and Mario and Luigi launching bombs full of fireworks into the night sky. You can also unlock fun little galleries full of modern and classic things, such as little animated images of Game & Watch games that were not included in the collection, and some games that were, and some more games that weren't. After sitting down for a little bit and playing it, I can say that this really is a collection of some of the best. That's why I give this a 4 out of 10. What review would you guys like to see next? Pick one out of all of these games on the table and leave it in the comments. I'll see you guys next time.